throughout the year, right? All those guys chipping in, and that's when we're going to be at our best, and we need to be at our best to beat this team.
I think we've spoken so much time about Kyle's leadership. Tonight he seemed to, every time you needed a big shot, he stepped back and made a 27-footer or got an and one or made a pass. Is it almost becoming, we used to seeing him make great plays in big games?
Well, I mean, Doug, that's what the great players do, right? It's what the tough players do, the great players do, and he is, man. He's a great one. He's fun to watch. He's the ultimate competitor. Toughness, and he steps into it. He's not afraid of the moment, right? Made some big ones for sure. Played great.
Thanks, Nick, as always. Appreciate it.
All right, Doug. See you, man.
You got it.
I'm going to go next to Tim Reynolds from the Associated Press, who's there in person.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Nick. You were only down, I don't know how many times, down in first overtime, down second overtime, the slow start again. What's it say about this group? I mean, I know you've been raving about them all year, I get that, but this is the ultimate moment, too, and they answered not one bell, but like 30 of them.
Well, I think it hasn't been easy, Tim, for a lot of reasons, and again, I just don't think that there's been a couple games where we haven't played at all, right? There's been segments of games where we're just not playing very well, we're just not ourselves during big, so it's hard to kind of keep hanging in there on some of that kind of feel, and I thought the first half felt really weird too. We just didn't have a great feel or a rhythm or a connectivity, but we hung in to 4 points maybe somehow. Serge kind of come in and banged a bunch to keep us going, and then I thought we played very well the second half. You know what I mean? Everybody kind of did their normal thing, and we were right there and played great.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm going to go next to Josh Lewinberg from TSN.
Nick, pretty clear from the get-go of the series, maybe even before the series, how much respect you guys both have for each other, both teams. How fitting is it then that this will go the distance, especially coming off a game like the one you guys just played?
Well, I would have thought, Josh, that going at the start of the series, or I don't know, just the start of the playoffs, even before, if you'd have thought if Boston and Toronto get on a collision course, it's going to be a hell of a series. I don't know. We almost didn't make it one, because of our play a couple times, and obviously we've won a couple close ones, But we got a good series. We got a Game 7. Let's see what happens.
I also want to ask you about OG in the small lineup. Obviously, great defense and a couple big shots. How important was the rebounding specifically to allow you guys to play small as long as you did?
Yeah, he was good. I thought he was guarding. I thought he was fighting. And he's in some scenarios that he's not in that much, Josh. So he did make. He was doing the best he could in some of them. With some of the help and whatever, protecting the rim, which not really his thing. But you're right, he did rebound well. I just thought he competed, didn't shy away from the moment, and was good on offense too.
Thanks, Nick. Have a good night.
Welcome, Josh. You too.
I'm going to go next to Mike Cantor from the Toronto Sun.
Hey, congrats. Want to ask you about coming into the second half. Mark hits that three, and it looked like his teammates were as excited as he was that he got it. I mean, how game changing was that one play?
I think it was very game changing, Mike. We love Mark and what he brings us, right? A passing big, a defending big, a tough guy, an IQ guy, and he can score, man. He can shoot, he can space the floor for us, and he just hasn't, there's nothing good's happened for the guy. So when he did bang that shot in, I think everybody knew it was a big boost for him. I mean, heck, the guys, as you can tell, when something like that happens in their reaction, you can tell how much they love him. You know what I mean? How much they care about him, and I think that just gave us all a little boost for the whole second half.
All right, thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
next question goes to Eric Kareen from The Athletic.
Hey Nick, thanks for taking the time. You mentioned it a bit when you were talking about OG. You didn't go small that often this year, except sort of when absolutely necessary. What was the thought process going in, and when you made that change, and how pleased were you with how they competed?
Well, the thought process going in has been about 3 games in the making. I've been talking about doing it and getting to it for a long time. And I just had never found that or pulled the trigger until we got way down the other night. And just gives us a little bit better chance to guard them. That's the main thing. You know, it's tough when Kemba's so fast, and it's hard for our bigs sometimes to keep up with him when they're up, and because he can shoot the 3, you got to be up, and then if you creep up too far, he darts by you. So it's hard to play some standard pick and roll coverages, and that's kind of where we got to it from, Eric.
Specifically about Norm's role in that lineup. I mean, not only on offense, but he's had some history as an inconsistent defender. Maybe he made a huge play on Tatum late before his bucket. What does it say that he was able to hang in that situation and be a very useful member of that?